You don't belong here. Zara King, dressed inconspicuously, steps onto the opulent first-class cabin, an unexpected presence. The other passengers were looking at her. She walks down the aisle, her simple attire a stark contrast to the luxury around her. Passengers turn, their expressions revealing subtle disdain as they observe her. Zara continues her search, unfazed by the judgmental eyes, her focus unwavering. Zara moves confidently through the first-class cabin, her footsteps barely audible on the plush carpet. Nora Blake, a flight attendant, stops Zara, her expression stern and unwelcoming. Nora's disapproving gaze intensifies, her words cutting through the cabin's quiet hum. Nora confronts Zara with a demeaning remark. "People like you don't sit up here." Zara pauses, her eyes reflecting a mix of surprise and resolve. In the hushed opulence of first class, Nora's rage explodes in a sharp slap across Zara's face. The sound reverberates, shattering the serene atmosphere of the cabin, as all around turn to witness the jarring act. Zara remains stoic, absorbing the blow without tears, as a crimson mark blooms on her skin. The red mark burns as a silent testament to the raw intensity of their conflict. In the opulent first-class cabin, Nora's fury erupts as she snatches Zara's boarding pass. With unrestrained rage, Nora shreds the boarding pass into useless pieces, her eyes blazing with scorn. Nora spits out, "That's what liars get." Nora's venomous command cuts through the air. "On your knees. Pick up your fake ticket. Crawl back to economy." In the hushed ambiance of first class, a sea of passengers turns toward the unfolding spectacle, phones raised high. Amidst the stir, Kira Vale, immaculate with perfect hair and luxury luggage, leans in, her eyes gleaming with intrigue. Her voice drops to a conspiratorial whisper, sharing the drama with her unseen followers. In hushed tones, Kira Vale reports, "Seat scammer in first class. The attendants handling it." The scene unfolds, a real-time drama captivating the first-class cabin, all eyes fixed on the unfolding event. In the opulent first-class cabin, Grant Pierce arrives, his very presence radiating self-importance. His critical gaze sweeps over the passengers, each glance imbued with a sense of superiority. Grant Pierce stops before Zara, his face hardening with undisguised judgment. With cold formality, Grant Pierce demands ID and boarding pass. Zara meets Grant Pierce's gaze, a subtle defiance flickering in her eyes. The tension hangs thick in the air as Zara prepares to respond. In the hushed luxury of first class, Zara's eyes narrow, her voice barely audible as she accuses, "She destroyed it." Nora dismisses the accusation with amusement, noting, "Obviously fake." Nora's gaze sweeps over the subject, her skepticism growing. Nora finishes with a pointed question. "Look at her. Does she look first class?" In the hushed ambiance of first class, a businessman's unease simmers, his brow furrowed in a silent storm. His manicured fingers drum a restless rhythm, betraying a deeper discontent beneath the polished surface. Beside him, his wife clutches her designer purse, her knuckles bone-white as tension coils around her. A ripple of agreement spreads invisibly through the cabin, a silent chorus of shared sentiment. The businessman breaks the quiet with a low grumble. People used to know their place. Aboard the first-class cabin, Grant's face is etched with concern as he urgently signals a flight attendant. He whispers intently, gesturing discreetly towards Zara, heightening the tension in the confined space. Unseen eyes watch as security personnel subtly begin to converge, their movements precise and calculated. Zara rummages through her designer bag, a fleeting glint of metal catching the light. Online, Kira's livestream explodes with activity as comments flood the screen. The digital world mirrors the real, a mix of speculation and alarm spreading rapidly. In the plush confines of first class, Zara leans forward, her expression a desperate plea. She implores, her voice laced with urgency. "If you'll let me show you." Grant's sharp command cuts through the air. "Hands where I can see them." The command hangs heavy in the air, the intimate space now charged with suspicion. The scene is tense, the stakes high. Officers Luis Martinez and Priya Patel enter the luxurious first-class cabin. Grant leans back, declaring, "Clear case. Counterfeit ticket. Aggression." Martinez approaches Grant, his expression hardening. Patel observes, her gaze sharp and assessing. The tension in the first-class cabin heightens as the confrontation unfolds. Grant's defiance clashes with the officer's resolve, setting the stage for a heated conflict. Martinez stands firm, blocking Zara's path. Zara, stopped cold, faces Martinez. Martinez demands, "Do you have ID for 2A? Zara retort, "She destroyed my pass." Nora, arms crossed, watches with a knowing smirk. Nora declares, 20 years on the job. I spot scammers in 2 seconds. The cockpit door hisses open, revealing the commanding presence of Captain Adrian Cross. His tone is firm, as he speaks with unwavering assurance. "If my crew says there's a problem, there is a problem." His words cut through the sterile cabin, each syllable a declaration of trust and authority. The weight of responsibility settles upon his shoulders, a burden he carries with unwavering resolve. High above the clouds, Zara's sanctuary is shattered by the incessant buzzing of her phone, a stark reminder of the world she's trying to escape. The relentless calls from the board of directors serve as a constant, unwelcome intrusion into her fleeting moment of peace. In a bold act of defiance, Zara pointedly ignores the persistent demands of her professional life, choosing instead to lose herself in the serene expanse beyond the airplane window. Turning her gaze away from the glowing screen, Zara seeks solace in the ever-changing canvas of the sky, finding a momentary escape from the pressures that await her on the ground. The world below shrinks into insignificance as Zara immerses herself in the beauty of the heavens, a temporary reprieve from the battle she faces in the boardroom. Amidst the luxurious calm of first class, a radio crackles with vital urgency. A voice pierces through the static, demanding, "Status?" Grant responds with icy resolve. "Under control, zero tolerance." His voice cuts through the cabin's hum, promising, "Removing her." The words hang in the air, stark against the backdrop of opulence. A silent promise of swift, unwavering action in the confined space of first class. In the hushed opulence of first class, Martinez looms over Zara. Martinez demands, "Ma'am, please gather your belongings. Explain at the gate." Zara's defiant plea cuts through the tense atmosphere. One phone call. Zara is still sitting, hands gripping the armrests. Martinez stands firm, his gaze unwavering. Inside the opulent first-class cabin, Nora's manicured hand unleashes a storm of confetti, each glinting shard aimed directly at Zara's face. Zara, caught off guard, receives the glittering onslaught, her eyes widening in stunned surprise. With an audacious grin, Nora declares, "From the terminal, here's your first-class seat." The air, thick with the aroma of expensive leather and champagne, vibrates with anticipation. A slow clap begins to echo through the cabin, filling the space with suspense. In the sterile luxury of first class, Zara's controlled fury simmers as she gestures toward the crumpled paper. "You might want to read what you destroyed," Zara declares, her voice laced with icy disdain. The camera focuses on the scrap of paper, revealing hurried writing. "Platinum Executive." The stark revelation hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken implications. Nora visibly pales, her composure crumbling under the weight of Zara's accusation. The unspoken tension fills the cabin as Nora's world begins to unravel. The first-class aisle is a scene of controlled chaos, teeming with security and onlookers. A dividing curtain strains under the pressure as economy passengers clamor for a view. Amidst the commotion, Kira's phone vibrates incessantly, a storm of notifications. The digital world relentlessly invades the physical space. In the opulent first-class cabin, Grant urgently whispers into his phone, his face etched with stress. His anxiety mounts as social media mentions surge, each notification a fresh blow. Tension escalates as two suits engage in a heated dispute. Rules are rules, Another suit adds fuel to the fire, his voice rising in impatience. "She's holding us up." A storm of cameras erupts around Nora, who stands as a beacon of unyielding defiance amidst the chaos. A woman's accusatory voice cuts through the air. "You saw the slap." Nora's gaze hardens, her voice ringing with conviction. Zero tolerance. The first-class cabin transforms into a battleground of morals, with Nora at the center, unwavering in her stance. The opulent first-class cabin buzzes with hushed tension as passengers discreetly capture the unfolding drama with their phones. Martinez stands firm, his voice a steely edge against the soft hum of the aircraft. "Cooperate or be detained." Zara remains resolute, her defiance echoing in the confined space. "I'm not moving." Social media ignites as first-class fraud trends, the digital echo of a crisis unfolding at 30 feet. Martinez stares intently, his face unreadable as Zara remains motionless, a silent battle of wills. Zara's eyes blaze with fierce determination as she refuses to yield, her stillness a stark challenge to Martinez's authority. In the hushed first-class cabin, Captain Cross checks his watch, a deep furrow etching his brow. Tension thickens as Captain Cross breaks the silence. 15 minutes to depart. His voice hardens, urgency bleeding into his command. "Get her off, or we miss our window." The weight of the impending deadline hangs heavily in the air. In the luxurious confines of first class, metallic glints catch the light, hinting at constraint and control. Zara's calm voice cuts through the tension, a request laced with veiled intrigue. "Before you arrest me, may I show you what's in my bag?" Zara sits composed, her bag resting innocuously at her feet. The bag holds secrets, as Zara's words hang heavy in the air, challenging assumptions and promising revelation. A wave of collective shock ripples through the first-class cabin, an undercurrent of anxiety seizing the passengers. Nora's voice cuts through the tension. She's stalling. Her apprehension intensifies as Nora whispers, "Maybe a weapon." Martinez cautions, his voice firm yet controlled. No sudden moves. The cabin holds its breath, suspended between fear and the unknown. In the hushed luxury of first class, Zara carefully retrieves a worn portfolio, its edges softened by time and travel. With a deliberate motion, Zara places a laminated badge on the tray, its surface catching the light. The badge comes to rest, its hologram shimmering with otherworldly light. The light dances across the cabin, painting fleeting patterns of hope. Zara watches, her expression unreadable as the hologram continues its silent, captivating display. In the hushed opulence of first class, Linda Cole scans the passengers, her professional demeanor giving way to a flicker of surprise. Linda Cole's eyes lock onto a passenger, a silent question hanging in the air. Her voice, a blend of surprise and recognition, breaks the silence. "Zara King?" A pause. Then the realization dawns. Chief, Executive Officer, Aurora, Air. The revelation hangs in the air, the unspoken question of identity confirmed. In the hushed first-class cabin, the engine's hum underscores an unspoken tension. Nora's sharp gaze pierces through the silence, her suspicion palpable. She challenges with a cold assertion. "Fake. Anyone can print a badge." Her words hang in the air, disrupting the calm and fueling the mounting unease. The hum of the engines intensifies, mirroring the escalating conflict within the cabin. In the hushed opulence of first class, Zara carefully places a second document on the polished table. The appointment letter, heavy with promise, gleams with a gold seal, bearing the board chair's distinguished signature. Each detail of the document speaks of ambition and opportunity, reflecting Zara's carefully laid plans. The gold seal and signature stand as silent testaments to Zara's unwavering resolve. Zara's calculated move underscores her assent, each piece strategically placed in her game. The appointment letter radiates a silent promise, a symbol of Zara's meticulous planning and ambition. In the plush confines of the first-class cabin, the captain's face drains of color, a mask of disbelief spreading across his features. The captain stammers, struggling to find his voice. "You're the..." Zara's eyes shine with controlled power as she confirms the unspoken truth. "Yes, I'm the CEO." The captain's eyes reflect a mixture of shock and understanding. Zara's gaze holds the captain's, a silent challenge passing between them. The weight of Zara's revelation hangs heavy in the air, altering the dynamics of the first-class cabin. Kira's live stream captures the world's attention, her audience growing exponentially. The moment is clipped and shared, instantly igniting a global sensation. The hashtag #SheOwnsTheAirline explodes across the internet, becoming a worldwide phenomenon. Kira's influence surges as the digital world celebrates her bold declaration, proving her power. Zara places a stock certificate on the table, a silent declaration of power. Zara's cold confidence fills the first-class cabin. Zara's eyes narrow as she reveals, "I own 12%, second largest shareholder." Her voice sharp, Zara exposes the consequences. "So when you slapped a passenger, Miss Blake, you slapped your boss on a live stream." The weight of Zara's words hangs heavy in the air, each syllable a calculated blow. Inside the luxurious first-class cabin, Grant's nervousness is palpable as he fumbles with his radio, beads of sweat glistening on his brow. His anxiety heightens under the unseen watchful eyes. A disembodied voice crackles through the radio. "We're watching." The chilling command echoes. "Do not remove her." Grant's gaze hardens with resolve, a silent promise forming in his eyes. He places the radio carefully on the table, preparing for the task ahead. In the hushed opulence of first class, Zara's fingers dance over her phone, a silent command ready to be issued. With a decisive tap, Zara activates the speakerphone, disrupting the serene atmosphere. A voice echoes from the device, professional and detached. "Executive office." Zara's voice cuts through the sterile reply, with a sharp, direct question. Zara seeks confirmation, her tone leaving no room for doubt or delay. Zara's words hang in the air, the anticipation palpable as she awaits Janet's confirmation. The hum of the airplane engine fills the luxurious first-class cabin, a symphony of subtle power. Amidst the calm, Janet's voice cuts through. "You're speaking with Zara King, CEO of Aurora Air, traveling for tomorrow's emergency board meeting." Zara King, the CEO of Aurora Air, journeys toward a critical board meeting. The soft light emphasizes the determination etched on her face. The fate of Aurora Air hangs in the balance as the plane soars through the sky. An unsettling quiet descends upon the first-class cabin as unseen tensions begin to rise. The tailored suit appears to constrict its wearer, a silent scream of discomfort etched into the fabric. A designer purse, once a symbol of luxury, is now clutched with desperate force, its owner fighting an inner battle. Nora's face drains of color, her eyes widening in stark terror at an invisible threat. The tranquility of first class shatters, revealing the raw, unfiltered fear lurking beneath the surface. Across the digital landscape, a frenzy erupts as the internet ignites with fervent activity. Streams surge relentlessly, each view amplifying the seismic shift reverberating online. News outlets find themselves overwhelmed, barraged with tags and mentions as the story spirals into a global phenomenon. In a meteoric ascent, "She Owns the Airline" explodes onto the world stage, seizing the throne as the #1 trending topic worldwide. In the opulent first-class cabin, Nora trembles, her eyes reflecting a storm of fear and surprise. The luxurious surroundings blur as the weight of the unexpected revelation crashes down on her. Her voice trembling, Nora stammers, "Miss King, I didn't know." Her words hang in the air, thick with unspoken questions and dawning realization. Inside the first-class cabin, Grant's grip tightens on the armrest, his knuckles bone white. The drone of the engines fills the cabin, a relentless hum against the rising storm in Grant's eyes. A voice slices through the air. "Stop everything. CNN is calling." The board demands answers. Grant's eyes widen, a flicker of panic igniting within them. He remains frozen, a statue of dread amidst the luxury of first class. The weight of the impending storm bears down on him, each engine hum a countdown to disaster. In the first-class cabin, the captain's face reveals a storm of exhaustion and regret. His weary eyes reflect the heavy toll of recent events. The captain murmurs, his voice a whisper of remorse. "If I had known," Zara's sharp retort cuts through the heavy atmosphere. Zara says with a piercing voice, "That's the point. None of you asked." Zara settles into her first-class seat, her focused gaze hinting at the gravity of the task ahead. She opens a thick folder, its contents holding secrets and accusations. Zara's tone is firm as she reveals. "This is a confidential discrimination report," she continues. 18 months. This crew alone has 43 documented complaints. Profiling, harassment, removals. A palpable wave of shock and morbid curiosity sweeps through the first-class cabin. The collective gasp hangs in the air as passengers struggle to comprehend the unfolding drama. A phone screen casts an eerie glow, revealing the stark words, "Racial bias. Formal complaint pending." The harsh light emphasizes the gravity of the accusation, igniting a silent firestorm within the confined space. In the hushed first-class cabin, Grant's radio suddenly cuts through the calm with a burst of static. A distorted voice pierces through. "Stock dropping. FAA asking questions." The voice warns ominously. "Do not move without approval." Grant freezes, his expression hardening as the gravity of the message sinks in. A serene smile graces Kira's face as she gazes at the screen, a silent acknowledgement of her burgeoning influence. The digital crowd swells, their unseen presence fueling Kira's anticipation. With meticulous care, Kira adjusts her microphone, preparing to speak to her legion of new followers. Poised and ready, Kira prepares to address her audience, her eyes gleaming with confidence and excitement. In the hushed first-class cabin, Martinez finishes the task. Martinez turns to Zara, seeking a decision. "Miss King, do you want to press charges?" Zara pauses, her gaze steady as she considers the weight of her decision. Zara responds, her voice measured and firm. "Not yet." Zara's gaze hardens, clarifying her intent. "This isn't about punishment, it's about accountability." Zara reclines in her seat, eyes shut, finding solace in the rhythmic engine hum. The insistent vibration of her phone pierces the calm, demanding attention. Zara's lips barely move as she relays the message. "Tell them they can wait 5 minutes." The unseen corporate voice echoes her words. "Tell them they can wait 5 minutes." Zara's face relaxes again, finding a moment of peace. The soft hum of the airplane engine fills the cabin. In the hushed first-class cabin, phones rise like accusing spotlights, their glow reflecting the weight of judgment. A heavy silence descends as those who once reveled in cruelty now find solace only in the floor. A woman's voice breaks through the tension, her words laced with remorse. "I owe you an apology." The air hangs thick with unspoken emotions as the weight of past actions settles upon them all. In the hushed opulence of first class, Zara pivots, her gaze locking onto Nora. Nora, caught off guard, stares back, her face registering disbelief. Zara's voice cuts through the sterile air, delivering a sharp blow. "Effective immediately. You are suspended without pay pending investigation for violations of federal discrimination policy." The weight of Zara's words hangs heavy, the first-class cabin now a stage for Nora's public downfall. Zara maintains her composure, her gaze unwavering as she awaits Nora's response, the unspoken power dynamics simmering beneath the surface. In the luxurious first-class cabin, Nora's eyes reflect a torrent of emotion. "Yes, Miss King," she responds, her voice trembling. A single tear traces a path down Nora's cheek, a testament to unspoken grief. The sterile air of the cabin does little to mask the raw emotion etched on Nora's face. Nora's gaze is fixed, lost in a labyrinth of memory and regret. Her response echoes softly, a fragile promise whispered into the heart of the storm. In the hushed elegance of first class, A flight attendant approaches Grant with a grave note. The message is curt and final. You are relieved as gate manager. Report to HR tomorrow for reassignment. Grant receives the news with a stoic nod. Grant replies softly, "Yes, ma'am." In the hushed elegance of first class, a tense confrontation unfolds, cutting through the serene atmosphere. The executive's stern voice fills the cabin as he lays down the mandate. Mandatory training on bias, passenger rights, and corporate ethics before you command another flight. The captain receives the reprimand with professional stoicism, his expression unreadable. With a nod of compliance, the captain acknowledges the directive. Understood. In the subdued glow of the first-class cabin, a phone screen casts an eerie light on a face etched with anxiety. The screen displays a live stream, a digital window into a world about to be upended. Accountability live, a disembodied voice declares, signaling the start of a digital reckoning. She's firing people mid-air. The narration continues, amplifying the tension in the confined space. History, the voice proclaims, marking a moment of unprecedented public spectacle. Below the live stream, the comment section explodes with frenetic activity, a digital mob gathering to witness the unfolding drama. Aboard the luxurious first-class cabin, Zara's eyes gleam with ambition as she holds up a document. With a flourish, she reveals the title, Passenger Rights Reform Effective Now. The air crackles with the promise of change. A new era dawns for travelers. Inside the luxurious airplane cabin, the gentle hum of the engines creates a serene backdrop. Zara leans forward, her expression a mask of determination. Zara begins to speak, her voice firm. 1. 40 hours of bias and civil rights training for every crew member within 60 days. The weight of her words hangs in the air, each syllable a demand for change. The soft hum of the airplane engine persists, now carrying the echo of Zara's resolve. Sunlight floods the first-class cabin, illuminating the air as the plane drones softly. A voice echoes, detailing the mission. 2. A mobile app to report discrimination in real time to headquarters. The soft hum of the airplane engine fills the cabin. The promise of immediate action against injustice resonates through the cabin. The first-class cabin is bathed in sunlight, illuminating the stale air. The plush seats cradle an atmosphere heavy with unspoken tension. The engines hum, a monotonous drone that amplifies the silence. 3. A passenger breaks the silence with a cold pronouncement. Executive bonuses tied to passenger satisfaction and zero tolerance for discrimination. Every word hangs in the air, sharp and cutting. The sunlight seems to dim slightly, casting long shadows across the cabin. Sunlight bathes the first-class cabin, a sanctuary of plush seating and hushed tones. The engines hum a constant, soothing melody. A voice echoes from nowhere, calm and firm. 4. Every complaint triggers automatic investigation. No delays, no cover-ups. The promise of justice hangs in the air, a silent vow whispered among the clouds. The first-class cabin hums with quiet industry, a sanctuary of focus high above the clouds. Fingers dance across screens, weaving a silent symphony of digital connection. Each tap echoes the collective human experience, united in this shared moment of flight. Millions of lives intertwine, suspended between destinations. In the quiet cabin, in the hushed elegance of first class, sunlight paints the scene as corporate appears anxious and pale. His face, slick with sweat, flickers across the tablet screen, a stark contrast to the luxury around him. The connection falters, mirroring the instability of the situation as his image pixelates. With forced composure, corporate asserts, "The board fully supports these reforms. We are humbled by your leadership." His words hang in the air, undermined by his visible distress and the unreliable technology. In the hushed ambiance of first class, Zara stares directly into Kira's lens, her gaze a potent blend of resolve and fervor. Zara's voice cuts through the hum of the airplane, each word resonating with conviction. "This isn't about one flight," she declares, her words echoing the struggles of countless others. With fiery defiance, Zara proclaims, "That ends today," marking a turning point for every traveler who has faced unjust humiliation. The airplane cabin is filled with thunderous applause as the passengers rise to their feet. The applause crescendos, a wave of celebration washing over the first-class section. Kira's counter ticks over 1,000,000, marking a momentous achievement amidst the joyful chaos. The roar of applause intensifies, enveloping Kira in a symphony of congratulations and admiration. Sunlight bathes the first-class cabin in a golden glow, a symphony of hushed excitement filling the air. A voice whispers of transformation, of turning nightmares into revolutions, echoing the dawn of a new era. The industry shifts mid-flight, carried by winds of change and daring dreams. The weight of emotion breaks through, a tear shed for battles fought and victories won. She turned a nightmare into a revolution, the voice declares, resonating with the spirit of change. "I'm crying," the voice admits, a testament to the profound shift witnessed in the skies. In the hushed luxury of first class, Zara sits poised in seat 2A. Her fingers dance across the keyboard, drafting a memo. "Today, we choose change." The memo is completed. 3 months drift by, the airport bustling with the relentless energy of travelers. Amidst the chaos, a digital news screen towers above, its headline screaming of transformation. The headline blares, "Aurora Air CEO transforms airline after viral incident." Travelers rush by, their world reduced to departures and arrivals. Unheeding, they remain oblivious to the story unfolding above them. Amidst the bustling airport, headlines announce the nationwide launch of a passenger rights app, promising new protections for travelers. The digital age steps in to empower passengers with a new tool for navigating the complexities of air travel. Hope fills the air as travelers anticipate a smoother journey. The promise of passenger empowerment takes flight. The airport tarmac shines, reflecting the morning Sunday. Discarded newspaper lies forgotten, its headline screaming. The headline hints at stories untold, secrets lurking beneath the surface. The wind whispers secrets across the open space. The ordinary setting belies the drama about to unfold. Nora stands before the group, her stance reflecting a deep sense of humility and remorse. She is leading a training session on bias and accountability. Her expression is humbled. Her expression is remorseful. Inside the passenger relations office, Grant sits at his desk, a beacon of quiet focus amidst the traveler's concerns. His brow furrows in concentration, a slight sheen of sweat reflecting the intensity of his efforts. He listens intently, each question met with a thoughtful pause, reflecting a newfound patience. Understanding dawns in his eyes as he navigates each situation with a calm demeanor. With gentle gestures and careful words, Grant transforms frustration into resolution. Grant's newfound patience and understanding create a sense of order and calm. Captain Cross steps onto the flight deck, a changed man. The distant captain is gone, replaced by attentiveness. His gaze sweeps over the gauges and controls, alert. He observes the subtle cues of his crew with a newfound awareness. A sense of responsibility emanates from him, palpable and profound. His concern extends beyond the mere mechanics of flying. In the brightly lit TV studio, Zara settles into her chair, radiating poised assurance. Her confident demeanor fills the studio, promising insightful dialogue. Each word is delivered with precision, reflecting her articulate thoughts. The studio lights capture every nuance of her expression, enhancing her commanding presence. Under the intense lights of the TV studio, Zara stands tall, a solitary figure against the backdrop of abstract graphics. Her voice resonates with conviction, cutting through the sterile environment of the studio. Zara declares, "Change doesn't start in boardrooms. It starts when people decide enough is enough." Her words hang in the air, a challenge and an invitation echoing into the homes of the unseen audience. Bathed in the radiant glow of studio lights, Zara stands firm, a beacon of unwavering resolve. Her voice rings out, carrying the weight of her conviction as she prepares to speak. Zara's voice echoes through the studio. That day on Flight 227, I wasn't just standing up for myself. Her voice filled with passion. Zara proclaims, I was standing up for everyone who ever felt invisible at 30 feet. The screen dissolves into darkness, leaving a silence hanging over the studio. Zara stands in the quiet studio, the weight of her message palpable. Zara breaks the silence with a powerful declaration. Real change takes off when we choose to see each other differently. Her words echo in the empty space, a challenge and an invitation. The studio lights gleam off the equipment, ready for the next story. Passengers stream onto the Aurora airplane, their faces filled with expectation and the promise of new horizons. Screens flicker with advertisements, each promising a seamless digital experience. A young woman pauses, her eyes caught by the allure of a new app. An elderly man squints, trying to decipher the complexities of modern technology. The cabin fills with the quiet hum of anticipation, a symphony of hopes and dreams taking flight. Inside the airplane, flight attendants gather, their expressions keen as they prepare for bias training. Attentive nods ripple through the group as key points are raised, each member absorbing the lesson. Pens glide across paper as they diligently take notes, capturing every nuance. The cabin transforms into a classroom of understanding, a shared commitment filling the space. A moment of quiet focus permeates the training session. The attendants are united in purpose, ready to carry new insights into the skies. Inside Aurora Air headquarters, Zara sits at her desk, a picture of focus amidst the corporate calm. Passenger satisfaction reports fill her vision. Each data point a testament to her dedication. A subtle shift occurs as positive changes emerge, her eyes lighting up with satisfaction. The data speaks volumes, and a smile begins to play on Zara's lips, a silent celebration of success. The smile broadens, reflecting a profound sense of accomplishment and pride in her team's achievements. Bathed in sunlight, the first-class cabin exudes serenity, a sanctuary above the clouds. The gentle hum of the engines lulls passengers into a tranquil state, promising safe passage. Flight attendants glide through the aisle, embodying grace and attentiveness. Whispers of anticipation mingle with the scent of fresh coffee, heightening the sense of luxury. Each passenger is cocooned in their private world, momentarily escaping the ordinary. The first-class cabin floats as a haven, a promise of comfort and impeccable service. A passenger is engrossed in a newly launched app, their fingers dancing across the screen. Submitting a report through the app, they remain unaware of the swift response it will trigger. Almost instantly, a flight attendant approaches, a tablet in hand. The flight attendant's arrival promises immediate attention and resolution. Sunlight floods the Aurora Air headquarters, illuminating a polished table where the board convenes, their sharp attire mirroring the company's bright prospects. Optimism fills the room, a stark contrast to past tensions. As the directors engage in spirited discussion, their faces animated with hope. Upward trending graphs blaze across a large screen, visually affirming Aurora Air's resurgence and promising future. The long, polished table reflects the scene, doubling the sense of accomplishment and unity among the directors. Each member of the board is sharply dressed, embodying the professionalism and renewed confidence of Aurora Air. The atmosphere pulses with optimism, each gesture and word underscoring a shared vision of success and growth. The interior of the airplane stretches out, rows of seats receding into the distance, bathed in the gentle light of day. A flight attendant stands poised, her professional calm a mask over a flicker of concern in her eyes. Passengers sit quietly, some absorbed in books, others drifting into sleep, their faces serene. Another passenger dozes, head tilted gently against the window, lost in peaceful slumber. The air hums with the drone of the engines. A low thrum of potential conflict simmers beneath the calm. An undercurrent of unease flows through the cabin, a silent anticipation of something about to erupt. On a brightly lit stage, Zara stands radiant, her smile a beacon of genuine warmth. The room erupts in thunderous applause, celebrating her outstanding leadership. An award gleams in her hands, a symbol of her commitment to diversity and inclusion within Aurora Air. The atmosphere is charged with celebration, a testament to the positive change she has inspired. Zara's colleagues and supporters fill the room, their faces beaming with pride and admiration. A moment of triumph, as Zara's vision for a more inclusive Aurora Air becomes a reality. Bathed in sunlight, the airplane cabin buzzes with life, each passenger a solitary world amidst the collective journey. The air is filled with quiet anticipation as passengers settle into their seats. Some passengers are engaged in quiet conversation, their voices soft against the hum of the engines. Books open, faces light up with the thrill of the written word. A sense of unity fills the cabin, a shared experience in the sky. The scene is calm and full of promise. The Aurora Air headquarters buzzes with exhilaration. Computer screens radiate triumph, reflecting the company's meteoric rise. Jubilant employees celebrate a moment of shared victory. Celebratory murmurs fill the air, echoing the sweet sound of success. Inside the airplane, a pilot's voice promises safety and security, echoing through the cabin. The pilot announces confidently, "We are committed to ensuring and protecting passenger rights." Rows of passengers sit quietly, their faces etched with a blend of excitement and exhaustion. The airplane interior hums with the quiet anticipation of arrival. Each passenger dreams of their destination, suspended between departure and arrival. Inside Aurora Air headquarters, Zara commands attention at the head of the conference table, her presence filling the room with purpose. Sunlight bathes the minimalist office, casting a stark light on the gravity of their mission. With tablet in hand, Zara's gestures underscore the weight of her words, her expression a beacon of serious encouragement. The modern space amplifies Zara's resolve, her leadership a beacon of hope against an uncertain horizon. Bathed in the warm glow of sunlight, a passenger is working diligently on their laptop. Their face radiates pure joy as they craft a glowing review of Aurora Air. Each keystroke is filled with gratitude, immortalizing their exceptional travel experience. The soft hum of the airplane contrasts with the silent symphony of satisfaction. In the bright cabin of the airplane, a flight attendant extends a welcoming hand. The flight attendant guides a passenger with a disability down the narrow aisle. A tender gesture of support shines through the bustle of travel. The passenger accepts the help with a grateful glance. Kindness soars above the clouds, connecting hearts miles high. Bathed in sunlight, the airplane cabin buzzes with the soft hum of contentment. Laughter dances through the air, a sweet melody of family joy. A father closes his eyes, a peaceful smile gracing his lips as he savors the moment. The children's innocent games fill the space with lighthearted energy. A mother gazes lovingly at her family, her heart swelling with affection. The family radiates pure, unadulterated happiness, a beacon of warmth in the sky. Bathed in the warm glow of day, a business traveler soars through the sky, a smile playing on his lips. Sunlight floods the cabin, casting a golden hue across the scene. The traveler savors the moment, appreciating the airline's commitment. The bright cabin becomes a sanctuary of comfort and assurance. Bathed in the warm glow of sunlight filtering through the airplane window, a profound sense of serenity fills the cabin. A feeling of calm and security washes over me, cocooned by the gentle hum of the engines. The Aurora Air flight progresses smoothly, each moment a testament to the staff's respectful demeanor. A sense of peace settles in as the journey unfolds with quiet grace and understated luxury. Sunlight bathes the airplane cabin, casting a golden hue on the scene. An elderly passenger is being helped, their frailty highlighted by the crew's gentle support. Kindness radiates from the flight crew as they assist the elderly passenger with unwavering patience. The scene glows with warmth and tenderness. Sunlight bathes the airplane cabin, illuminating a passenger, a soft symbol of welcome. The gentle hum of chatter fills the air, a vibrant mix of voices from every corner of the world. Smiles are exchanged. Small acts of kindness bloom in the shared space. A shared humanity bridges any superficial divide. The cabin is filled with a sense of belonging, each interaction woven with threads of understanding. The soft light and gentle sounds create a symphony of acceptance. Sunlight floods the airplane cabin, each ray illuminating the traveler's anxious grip. Curious eyes turn to the traveler, each glance a silent question in the bright air. A flight attendant offers a warm smile, a beacon of reassurance in the confined space. Across the aisle, a young woman offers a friendly nod, a gesture of silent welcome. The traveler's face softens slightly, a flicker of relief in their eyes as the world outside fades away. At Aurora Air headquarters, Zara stands, gazing out at the sprawling cityscape below. The city unfolds beneath her, a testament to the sweeping changes she has set in motion. Her expression, thoughtful and resolute, reflects the weight of her responsibilities. The vastness of the city mirrors the scale of her ambition and the impact of her decisions. Under the vast sky, Aurora Air stands ready, a promise of new adventures gleaming in its polished hull. Passengers ascend the boarding stairs, their faces alight with anticipation, each step carrying them closer to dreams waiting on the horizon. Smiles abound as travelers find their seats, the air buzzing with the quiet excitement of journeys about to unfold. Aurora Air's engines hum to life, a symphony of power and possibility, ready to lift hearts and hopes toward the endless sky. Under the vast expanse of the sky, the Aurora Air logo gleams, a beacon of promise. It symbolizes a dedication to passenger rights, an assurance of corporate accountability. The logo stands tall, its presence echoing a pledge to those who journey with them, a silent promise etched against the backdrop of bustling airport activity. The Aurora airplane accelerates down the runway, a symbol of progress and hope. With increasing speed, the aircraft lifts off, ascending towards the heavens. The plane pierces through the clouds, entering a realm of endless blue. Soaring high above, the Aurora airplane embodies a new era of inclusivity and respect in aviation. The aircraft continues its journey, representing a bright future for all.